Kings lost their 16th.
Spurs won by 17.
Fox dropped 18.
The streak has been way too long. The Frenchies had a battle.
Wemby had a windmill.
But Max still had a good game.
He should be all rookie first team. I still can't believe we traded Fox. All we got was Levine's horrible contract. We did not get one young player from the Spurs. Why does Vivek put us through all this torture? Oh no. I just thought Monty could do better. Vivek fired him and hired Scott Perry. Now we hope that Scott can do better. Will we ever be a contender?
Welcome back to another episode of Marvin Bagley's Room. We hope you enjoyed that ballot. It took like 10 minutes for us to do.
So quick.
So
one
quick.
take.
It was
Flawless.
definitely one take. I hope you guys enjoyed. Welcome back to the Marvin Bagley Pod. We are now where we are, as Johnny used to say, we are in the thick of it. We are at the bare bottom. There's rock bottom, there's bare bottom, there's bikini bottom. Is there other bottoms?
Yeah.
Well, rock bottom.
Rock bottom
Is below. Then bikini bottom.
Right. You gotta take a bus to get there.
Marvin!
Oh no! Shout out to Marvin. Hey, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
Give him
Give me that.
CPR.
Give me that.
Oh.
CPR. Oh my God! Christo loves Marvin Bagley more than me.
I just saw a little tongue on that.
I did. That is something.
Did you just French kiss?
That is something that a Marvin Bagley fan would do.
He's back. He's back.
Better than Anthony Davis, by the way. Did you see that stat that he has more offensive rebounds in 4 games than Anthony Davis did in his entire time in the Mavericks?
And who is a believer? See, RT, it's coming. Hey, what goes around comes around, man.
That's right. Listen.
You're looking like a smart man right now.
Listen, all it takes is one franchise to give him an opportunity.
That's true.
Shout out the local guy.
He might have earned himself a contract with the way he's been playing lately, like at least 20 mil. What do you think?
You know why Marvin is playing so good right now? Because he thinks that Dallas
wanted to draft him.
Yeah, he thinks he was supposed to go there originally. Well, this is where we're at right now. We're celebrating Marvin Bagley because we're on a 16-game losing streak. Just when it gets bad, it just gets worse. But hey, I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
This is fun.
I honestly think that we have a good chance of contending with the Detroit Pistons in the losing streak battle. We have 12 more. We got Memphis next. That could be up in the air.
That's a 50-50
That's
game.
a 50-50. I don't know. If we play like how we did today, we might be.
I think we get the win. We get the win.
But you know what's crazy? We played pretty decent this whole game, but we still lost by almost 20.
We barely covered. Yeah. We barely covered. I want to make this very clear for all the people out there. The Spurs were an 18.5-point favorite against us tonight, and we covered by 1 point.
What does Vegas know?
Vegas knows something.
How do they know that, man? How are they able to?
And the Spurs got up to 28 at one point.
That's insane.
We were about to have 4 back-to-back 30-point losses. But the curse of Marvin Bagley said, no, you're going to cover this time. You're going to lose, but you're only going to lose by 17. Oh man, it was great seeing the French battle tonight, though.
It was awesome.
Man, that first half was great.
Max came out to play tonight against Wemby. This was a little personal for him because, they're childhood best friends. They grew up together in the beautiful country of France. They used to play chess together. Now they play a different type of chess where their coaches are using them as the chess pieces against each other.
Wow.
We saw that Victor Wembenyama, he was the better chess player than Max, the better basketball player than Max. So Max goes into tonight's game at the, what was it called? The Moody Center? The Moody Center in Austin.
Moody Center in Austin, yeah.
And he's like, I remember when I got Queen's Gambited by
Horns down, by the way.
By Wemby. He's like, I'm going into the Moody Center, and I'm going to show up.
Yeah.
He had a double-double in the first half. Max was looking good. I think I know what Max's motivation is right now. Not only to play good against his French buddy, but to get on that first team all-rookie.
Yeah.
He's gunning for it right now.
Yeah.
And this was a great addition to the resume. What do you guys think about Maxime's performance tonight?
I loved it, man. He was taking it to him. Mm-hmm. He was taking it to Wemby. He was vocal. He was getting on Neek, because there were some plays where Neek wasn't closing out, and against De Silva, I sent you guys the clip of the guy courtside filming De Silva. Neek's got to be up there on those closeouts. So I liked how vocal he was leader tonight, how aggressive he was with Wemby, and like you said, that's his boy. It's like they're playing pickup in Paris. Eating escargot.
I love that. I love
Gatorade. But I mean, yeah, he's all rookie first team should be in his mind daily, and I think it is.
I completely agree with Johnny. Right. I think what I really liked was him coming out aggressive, especially in that first possession. Right, where his first shot didn't go in. Obviously, like he did get blocked. Right, but he just kept coming. He just kept coming after Wemby, and ultimately he was just very aggressive. He had one shot that he managed to get over Wemby that he altered, and Wemby is just such a big force of nature where he just alters every single shot. He had we were talking in the group chat that he was going to get at least 10 blocks tonight.
He was on pace.
He was on pace.
He had
and then
3 in the first 2 minutes.
And then he slowed down after that.
He only had 4, dude.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna send a text being like, "This guy's gonna break the record for most blocks in a game." I don't even know what the record is at this point. I don't even know who has it at this point.
Maybe look it up.
I'll look it up. I would like to know. We'll all look it up. But I think the biggest thing that I was impressed by with Maxime Reynaud was he was just being He was just being really, really on it. He was grabbing offensive rebound after offensive rebound. A lot of his rebounds came, especially in that second quarter, off offensive rebounds, whether it was through a putback, whether it was through just tapping the ball out, keeping the possession alive. I was really impressed by that. So I was just really, really interested. So speaking of which, the most blocks in a game was by Elmore Smith of the Los Angeles Lakers against the Portland Trailblazers with 17 blocks.
What year is this?
This was in 1973.
Elmore Smith was just sending them packing with 17. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, that's what happens when you got a purple and gold jersey.
Oh, God. Oh, God. We hate that. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Maxime Reynaud, I think he had 7 offensive rebounds. Yeah, he was all over it tonight. It was great to see. It's just nice to have 1 or 2 bright spots during such a terrible season. I think Max has definitely been one of them. He kind of had a little a slower couple weeks during this losing streak, but it seems like he's back at it now with Dylan out. It's just him and Eubanks getting the minutes tonight, or getting the minutes going forward. So it's nice to see Max out there just doing what he does. And then he won up against Wemby in the first couple possessions, got blocked multiple times. I was like, oh dude, Wemby's just gonna little bro him. But no, Max took that one block and he's like, I'm gonna go after him all game. And we were actually frustrating the Spurs the first halfway through the first quarter onto the third. And just that fourth quarter, oh my God.
Well,
time and time again, we've known that story. But
I think the biggest thing though is the Spurs went on an 11-0 run to start that game. And
we started bad and we ended bad.
Yeah. Well, we cut that to a 4-point lead for the Spurs by the end of the first quarter. So the resilience that the Kings had the entire way through was really impressive. And we had a couple moments where Malik Monk had a really great game overall. DeRozan looked good. Keegan Murray was really solid in that first quarter. He could just get any shot that he wanted to possible in that first quarter.
11 points.
11 points in that first quarter is fantastic.
He's done that multiple times this season. He hasn't even played that much. He always has not always, but a good amount of times this season, he's had over double-digit scoring in the first quarter, and then we're like, okay, he's on track for a 30-point night, and then he ends with around 20 like he did tonight. So let's talk about Keegan Murray.
I think he passed up some shots once he got hot. When you get a hot quarter like that, you got to be selfish. And I feel like there were some times,
the whole game. Right?
Yeah, there were some times in the third quarter. He had a shorter Vassell on him. He had a little step back. He has the height advantage, and he'll just pass it up. I'm like, dude, you're starting hot. You got to keep it going. I mean, he finished with 20. He had a good game, but I think That's the next level is progression, is just being more selfish. Being more selfish,
1000%.
and then those 20-point games can turn into 25, 30. He's capable to drop 30 weekly, I think.
I completely agree.
Weekly is very conservative. I think, he should be able to do that. And Doug Christie was saying in the All-Star break, he was like, I want Keegan to be extremely aggressive. He has the green light. And with Sabonis out, with Levine out, like his output should be much, much higher. And you're seeing it's his second game back. He had, what was the first game? 12?
He had like 15, I think.
So like 15 and 20. So I would like to see, like Johnny said, higher 20s, 30-point games, because he's very much capable of doing it. And even DeMar DeRozan said earlier in the season, he's like, this is Keegan's team. So I think Keegan just needs to be more selfish, like Johnny said. He needs to be more aggressive, and he just needs to be like, offense runs around me.
I completely
agree. He needs to act like he wants the ball more too. Like he needs to go out and get it.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of things that he could work on in the offseason. Like I know he's worked on it in the past by working on his game with the ball rather than just catch and shoot. Once he develops more of an actual ISO game, creating his own shot, getting the ball at beyond the arc and then taking people down to the mid-range, getting that floater off, driving hard. He has the potential to be really good, and we do not want Johnny's prediction.
No, we believe
that was not my prediction. That
it was an alert.
It was an alert.
But we just don't want him to. We don't want that alarm to go off.
That's why I want to see him on a young team. I don't want to see him playing with Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan.
But he could still,
because he has pressure. He can, but there's pressure to pass to multi-time All-Star 30-year-olds that have been in the league for years.
That's true.
If he's just got rooks and the young players that came in after him, like Max and Neek, like dude. He has the green light. He's going to be a lot more selfish, I think, if we go through a rebuild and he's the captain. He's going to be a lot. I think his mentality is going to change.
Get the captain hat
once these vets are off the team.
Yeah, but I think it's also something that's really important too. I would love to see the aggression, even if it's coming off of actions. Like the big thing for me, I would love to see Keegan be aggressive off curl actions, right? Because we see DeRozan, whenever he comes off those curl actions, is where he has a lot of moves where he can come from, right? And I think that if the next step for Keegan, if he comes off those curl actions, whether it's through a DHO or an off-ball screen, that would be something that he can really develop an arsenal with, where he can just either pull up from the curl action, drive, back down, just a lot of those skills that DeMar really has, and also develop a chance to get to the free throw line. I was really impressed with Keegan getting aggressive from the line.
What did he get tonight?
5 free throw attempts. So, which is a great sign.
That's a great number for him, but I mean, we need that high.
You need 7 to 8. You need 7 to 8. If you're going to be the number one option on this team, you have to have 7 or 8. You have to. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. There has to be 7 through 8 field goal free throw attempts, because if you're averaging, I don't even want to look. If you're averaging barely, 3 or 4 free throw attempts a game, and that's me being generous, that's not really a recipe for success on how you want your franchise, the captain of the rebuild, to be.
Yeah, your number one option.
1 free throw, 1.9 free throw attempts per game is not something you want from a guy that you want to project to average 20 points per game. That number has to be up.
And just, I'm not saying Keegan is this player, but just looking at Kawhi Leonard's year progression, he was averaging 1 to 2 free throw attempts his first 3 years, and then year 4 went up to 3.9. The year after, 4.1, then 6.3. So I think free throw attempts are also a sign of aggression and a sign of having that selfish mentality. Mm-hmm. And I think once Keegan gets that, and because he's already shown a lot of growth as far as finishing at the rim, finishing through contact. I think he knows he can do it. It's just about doing it. It's about taking each possession, making it your own, understanding there's a lane, understanding you can get to the basket at will, and just doing it.
I think there's I think there's another great example of this. His teammate, DeMar DeRozan, right? Where if he looked through his first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, right? You look at the progression. His rookie year, he averaged 2.5 free throw attempts per game, and then that sophomore year was a big jump to 4.9, then 5.3, then to 5.2, then to 8 free throw attempts per game, then 7.2, then 8.4 to 8.7, and then his last year in Toronto was 7 free throw attempts per game. So you kind of have to realize, this is a chance for Keegan Murray to really take some pages out of DeMar DeRozan's notebook of how to really do that. And I explained it also, like you can do a lot of that through curl actions or DHOs and really just get people off guard. So I would love to see Keegan Murray in these next few weeks as we kind of trickle down towards the NBA season. I think we got 27 games left in the season, I believe.
I think less.
20, 12. Yeah, I think it's 27, right? Because 58 games.
24?
Yeah, 24. So 24, right? So 24. Quick math. Thank you, Cree. But I would love to see Keegan Murray in the last 24 games just get those free throw number attempts up, because that's
the one
huge.
thing I'm looking for is Keegan to just take over this last stretch of the season.
Yeah,
like
attack matchups.
He needs to.
Yeah, attack the matchups. If you have a shorter guy on you, I want to see more post up Keegan. I
agree.
I want to see more of it. I want to see more of feeding Keegan in the post. I want to see what he can do, especially if he has someone shorter than him on him.
Yeah, I know he could shoot the three. I want to see more midi. Like watching Kawhi Leonard recently, I'm like, dude, Keegan could get those same shot attempts up.
Definitely.
Like just in that mid range, like he just needs to own that area. And like obviously that's DeMar's area right now, but in the future, like Keegan could be definitely a 3-level scorer, and that would be huge for him. And then obviously on defense, you know he's got that. He had that chase down on Fox. That was spectacular. That was amazing to see. But then Fox got him back with that little pickpocket. But it was fun seeing those two get after it.
Yeah. Speaking of blocks, that Russ block.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Woo!
It looked very personal for everyone against Fox.
Yeah. Russ and Fox are getting a little chippy.
And even Monk and them had a little back and forth. Not like verbally or anything, but like just on the court action. Like Fox was picking up Monk like right after the inbound pass. I was like, I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're trying to prove a message. They're trying to prove a message to De'Aaron, like, hey, you made the big mistake of going to San Antonio. What you want?
Exactly.
Yeah, I like.
Or they're just jealous.
Yeah, that too.
They're probably jealous. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, God. But I mean, like, it's so interesting because I want to get your guys' opinion on this, because the more I think about it, the more I sit on it. One, I think Mitch Johnson, because the week before they announced that Giannis was going to be out and then De'Aaron Fox was his replacement, right? Do you think that De'Aaron Fox deserved that all-star nod, or do you feel like there was another player in the West, or just any player in general, that kind of deserved it more than Fox? I personally want to ask Johnny this question, because I know...
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, because I think Johnny has some very strong words about De'Aaron Fox.
About this year?
No, about him being an all-star.
I mean, like... I get they prioritize like winning teams. You know what I mean? So I understand it from that aspect, but... I don't know. What do you think?
No, I was just gonna say that he had so many better like statistical years in Sacramento,
right?
And then like an off-ish year for Fox was awarded an all-star. But obviously we love Fox, so it's cool to see that he has 2 under his belt. But yeah, it's obviously because they're a high seed and
they're the 2 seed.
Definitely.
You know.
but who would you who would have been?
I feel like
people in the running for.
I feel like. There are people that were saying Julius Randle could have gotten the nod over Fox. That one's kind of like a coin toss for me, really, because I've seen people say like Dylan Brooks could have gotten it too.
I would not have hated that. I would have thought that would have been really cool.
No,
I like seeing guys that are not your typical all-stars making it.
Like exactly. Yeah. So there's a lot of like there's Dylan Brooks, Julius Randle. These were like 2 of the big names that kind of were discussed when De'Aaron Fox got in at first. I was like, why did Julius Randle not get in over De'Aaron Fox? Like that was kind of like the big one that I noticed as well. So those were kind of the big 2, but I mean, obviously De'Aaron deserves it. He's the 2 seed. He was the second option on the team. He carried the Spurs when Wemby was out for that time.
Yeah, he had that good stretch.
Yeah.
I think it was just that good stretch, but like recently, like his numbers haven't been that great. Can you actually do a side-by-side of Fox and Castle?
Yeah.
I'm curious how different.
Even people were kind of like thinking that Castle
because I think Castle could arguably have a bigger impact on the team than Fox.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Pull up the side by side your statistics. I'm curious what.
Yeah, that'd be so interesting. Mm-hmm. Let me just see, because I think it's very interesting. Let's see. Yeah, Fox versus Castle. This would be very, very interesting just to see like the stats, because. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a very...
Or you pull up Fox, Johnny pull up Castle.
Yeah, I like that.
Just so we could see.
Sorry, I was just looking at...
You're good. Yeah, this is kind of it's interesting because I do think that Fox has been the better player.
What does Fox
Wait,
average
how
right
did Fox make it over Austin Reeves?
That's also another one
kind
too.
of insane.
Reeves missed a ton of games, though.
He did miss a ton of games.
But like the games that he was
hooping.
He was hooping.
He had a 50-point triple-double. Yeah, that's another guy too. Yeah. That's
but
what
three
Lakers. That's what
would have
Lakers.
been crazy. 3 Lakers. There's no way. RT, pull up. What?
Okay, I got it. So right now through this season, he is averaging 19 points per game, 3 rebounds a game, and 6 assists per game on shooting 48% from the field and 35% from three.
See, 19, 3, and 6 doesn't woo me away. All right, what about Castle?
16 and a half, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds.
See, I think that's more impactful.
You think Castle's stats are more impactful than
1,000%.
Sox?
1,000%.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it's just crazy how.
Well, he's shooting 29% from three this season, though. Castle is. So there is that caveat.
Castle had an injury, didn't he?
Yeah, Castle had an injury,
Yeah.
but so did Fox. Fox missed
He missed
what?
the beginning of the season.
No, Castle was like
games?
injured during the All-Star, I think.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, he got injured somehow. He missed at least a week or two.
Man. Yeah, but I don't know. Castle's coming though. Castle's gonna be. That sounded crazy.
Yeah,
Castle
pause.
is going to make some All-Star appearances.
He will.
But again, San Antonio, they're obviously going to be good for the next 5 years. Are they going to have 3 All-Stars on their team? It's going to be either Fox or Castle paired with Wemby.
Yeah.
Going forward. But yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, the West it's so difficult to make an All-Star team with how stacked it is. With all the injury reserves, that obviously helps like crazy.
Yeah,
But
that
it is
also
going
helps.
to change once KD, LeBron, and Steph are no longer in the
They're
league.
all gone. That's going to open up so many spots, man. So many spots. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how this next couple of years kind of go for Fox. Obviously, it's going to be very interesting. But, yeah, I mean, kind of looking at the rest of the game in general, kind of pigging into this game, Monk had a great game. He had 19 off the bench. So, it just looked like he was getting his shot off, especially in that second quarter. He came out of that second quarter just really, really being aggressive with his shot. So, I mean, that's 6-man Malik Monk. You can't be too mad about the results there.
No,
I think Precious had a great game too.
Yeah, Precious had a really good game.
Precious had a really good game. He had some good finishes at the rim on Wemby, which were nice. And I think he led our team in plus minus, I'm pretty sure. Other than Doug McDermott.
Doug was on fire.
Oh, Devin Carter, Doug McDermott had +9. But yeah, amongst the starters, you are
someone
correct.
who played
amongst the starters, Johnny, you are correct. He did have +6 amongst the starters.
Yeah, he filled the stat sheet. That's what you get from Precious.
I like it. I like it.
Precious plays like every game is the NBA Finals.
I love it.
That's what I love about him.
I love it.
I think it was a good time. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, speaking of starters, we're missing our new starter, DeAndre Hunter.
Oh, yeah. Man.
So obviously the news of Sabonis and Levine that came out, but then today we got some unfortunate news that eye injury that poked in the eye in the second game.
Okay, I don't
The
know if poked in the eye describes the severity.
Because
you can get poked in the eye and not bleed from your retina.
But
it was bleeding.
That poke could have been right.
That's like a stab in the eye. If you're breaking something in there to make it bleed that much, that's gotta.
I mean, we might have to re-roll the tape, but I don't remember it looking too crazy. But anything with the eye, you gotta be extremely careful.
He said he couldn't see for 30 seconds.
That's that's a pretty bad severity,
that's
though.
bad.
No,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
If you're bleeding, if you're bleeding, then that's
a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And if you're out for at least 10 days and then you get reevaluated and then you have to have eye surgery.
Yeah, dude, eye surgery is wild. I can't believe that.
That's definitely a big thing.
That's his welcome to Sacramento moment. It's just getting
that's
hit
what
in the face and then having to get eye surgery.
VSP Vision Care.
That's what happens when you trade Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder to the Cavs.
Keon Ellis has been hooping.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. Did you hear what Kenny Atkinson was saying about Keon Ellis?
What do you say?
He was saying that he wasn't too familiar with Keon's game. And then the GM was saying, "Oh, dude, you're gonna love Keon. He's such a great player." And then he was and now having him on the team, he's Keon is one of the most unique players I've ever seen. Such high praise, and I'm just Oh my god! Like, I just can't believe we fumbled that bag. So like we are just the
had
organization
control over him.
of fumbles. We fumbled the Fox situation. We had something that was working, fumbled that. Keon Ellis, we had him on the most team-friendly deal of all time. We could have picked up the option, fumble. We could have extended him, or we could have created a long-term contract with him. Nope. And then we throw him in a trade.
Christo, I think you're being too generous. You are completely forgetting about the last 15 years of fumbles that have happened.
You
are being too generous.
I don't need to
You
go
are
down
being
that
too.
road right now.
Yeah, we are going down that rabbit hole.
No.
Yes, we're going down that rabbit hole. Yes,
No.
we're going down there.
I was just talking about the last 2 years.
No,
But now we have a top 3 pick that we're not going to fumble, right?
I hope so. Or the
Wait,
lottery.
now that Johnny's here, we got
to talk about it. Yeah.
up again because I brought up the question to RT on the last pod about Darren Peterson because Darren Peterson has been kind of under some hot water about his effort, his injuries, seemed like his urgency to just play and be great. What are your thoughts on the Kings going for a Darren Peterson? And obviously the skill is mind blowing. Like he is. It's undeniable how skilled and how great this player could be. But in high school, he's had a lot of up and down with injury and playing games. And that's obviously high school is a very short season. College, it's a 30-game season, up and down. NBA, 82 games. We've seen so many top picks play about Zion Williamson, John Morant. They play 40-ish games a year. Is Darren Peterson going to fall into that bracket? And that's what a lot of GMs are a little weary about. And so I'm curious what you think. If you're the GM, first pick, are you with all of that weighing over him, do you think you still take the risk with him? Are we an organization that deserves to take a risk like that? How are you feeling?
I think March will be the tell-all be-all for Darren Peterson. Will he show up during March Madness? Is he doing all this injury management to build himself up for March? I think then I'll have a better answer.
Okay.
That is just going to be such a important. They're just the most important games for a college basketball player.
I agree.
And it's realistic to think okay, he had a hamstring injury. You don't want to mess that up. So I can understand his caution, and I can understand why Bill Self is okay, you don't feel good. Let's pull you. These are, games that Kansas can still win without him, even though they lost most recently. But
they got embarrassed at home, by the way.
Right.
Embarrassed by Cincinnati.
Right, but they'll still make the tourney.
They'll make it, but that's a big loss.
And we'll see if Darren Peterson, how he plays in that first game. But yeah, the injuries scare me. Especially, I didn't know he had an injury history in high school as well. But that's very scary, and I think AJ is a much safer bet. I think AJ is a safer bet. But I'm ready for March. I want to see how these guys compete under the big stage, under the big lights. If the Kansas makes a deep run to the Sweet 16 or Final Four and Darren Peterson's playing heavy minutes and shows he can carry them through the tourney, I'll probably still stick with DP as my first pick.
Yeah.
But if the season ended right now, obviously the risks are they don't seem like they're too friendly. But in my mind, I think Darren's saving himself for March because he wants to win the Natty.
Because RT was saying that he thinks that DP might be just saving himself for the NBA draft.
Yeah, that's also true.
So do you think
But I think if they make the tournament, I don't think Peterson is going to sit himself.
No, I completely agree on that.
That would be crazy. I think he's going to play as much as he can in that tournament game, and I don't think Kansas. I mean, we joke and say Kansas is the first round exit. I think they'll actually win. I think they'll win the first game.
They'll win.
And we can better make a judgment after that.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to piggyback on Johnny too. I think that Johnny made a very good point, right? Because you kind of look at March Madness is the biggest stage for a lot of these prospects. Not only just for freshmen, but also for some of the other prospects. We never really saw Walter Clayton Jr.'s name really rise up until, the tournament last season. So this is a big chance for a lot of these guys to really climb up these rankings, not only just for the freshmen, but for some of the other guys too. So you kind of have to look at it and say, this is a make or break situation where if Darren Peterson has averages 30, then it's a no-brainer. Then he's the number one pick, right?
And they make the Final Four.
Yeah, and
even Sweet 16.
Yeah, Elite 8, even Elite 8, even Elite 8. That's proves enough that he's the number one pick. So,
definitely.
And we've seen it time and time again where Kevin Durant, he averaged 35 or something like that during March Madness, and he got to the second round, right? So it's just like we see it all the time with all these generational like prospects. Zion Williamson averaging 30 in March Madness. John Morant made a big name, especially during March Madness, right? Those are just big names that really kind of like take you from, this is a good top 3 pick to being like, yeah, I'm confidently ready to draft these guys.
Yeah, the mock draft obviously drastically changes after seeing what these guys do on a meaningful stage rather than just in the regular season. So you think, obviously, they go throughout the rest of February, and then once the March Madness tournament starts, then Darren Peterson.
Yeah, I mean, look,
because like
when Darren Peterson's played, he's been lights out, and even specifically with his matchup against AJ, that wasn't the best look for AJ. He wasn't. There's times when AJ doesn't. He's a great player, but there's times when AJ doesn't have that "I'm the guy" mindset. Mm-hmm. And when Darren Peterson's healthy and he plays minutes and he wants the ball. He wants the ball in those moments. He seems more clutch. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't mind AJ either, but I just want to see them under the bright lights. I want to see them take control of their team. I want AJ specifically to be more aggressive, even though BYU has a good supporting cast and they have a lot of good players. I want AJ to have that star mindset.
Hell, he had a good game against Iowa State today. So, yeah, 29-10.
Love that.
Yeah. And that was a good game, too, because a lot of the criticisms that Debounce has gotten is when he plays against really good teams and really good defenses, he shrinks.
And Iowa State's a very
good defensive team. They put Darren Peterson in Folsom Prison the last time they played. But you look at Kingston Flemings and AJ Debounce, they both got wins against Iowa State. So kind of give credit to where credit's due, because that was a good game for AJ to be.
I didn't know that. Yeah. That's a good.
Yeah.
He's listening to me. AJ knows.
No, AJ's been making some noise.
He's been
obviously balling. Darren's been making a ton of noise. Obviously, we know how great of a player he is when he's healthy. It's just, is that going to be a lingering long-term career issue that it's always going to stay with him? That's like my only thing, because it's like our future is dependent on the 2026 draft. So
there's a lot.
If we just get a guy that is so good, but he can only stay out there for a certain amount of time, it's going to be devastating. So that's what I was telling RT. And yeah, I guess we just have to see if he could pull it together in the big moments, and or if this injury stuff is just, who knows what it is. Like,
right. I mean, none of us are doctors. None of us are professionals. We're only seeing the load managing, and
we're just hearing all the reports
and all the memes of him looking at Bill Self and getting, but we don't know how serious it really is. Right?
There's also memes of him like not being in the team huddle too.
I saw that today.
You saw that too? Yeah. There was a bad photo of him just like being like what, from half court, and the other, and like everybody else was like huddled at the free throw line.
Some people were saying he was like arguing with a ref, and that
I didn't watch the game that closely.
It just looks like people are like after him. Like people are trying to like get this narrative out about him. Obviously,
it's nasty. It's a nasty narrative.
They're trying to tank his value.
It's not a wrong narrative, but it's a nasty.
Don't let it fool you. They're trying to tank his value.
I know.
They're trying to get him to drop to 5. Don't listen to it.
Whoa.
What if Darren Peterson turns out to be like a Jaden Ivey? Is that?
I don't know if we've seen the last Jaden Ivey yet.
There's Jaden Ivies are more existent in terms of draft prospects than like Anthony Edwards.
I saw a report that said Jaden Ivey in a interview saying that like I'm like the old Jaden Ivey is no more. Like I'm not that person anymore.
Well, it's probably because because of faith. It's
is that what that was
that's
about?
what it was. It was because of faith. Yeah.
So maybe he might have a
spiritual
journey right here.
Family.
A family. Point to it.
Family.
All right. I think we should make a crazy bet right now to close out the pod.
Crazy bet.
RT Clark.
Okay. I have a crazy bet.
I know you were saying that you would want to get a tattoo at some point. If you were to get the family tattoo on the forearm in the same font as Marvin Bagley, what would the Kings have to do in order for you to lock that in?
So I have two things. I have two bets. I actually thought about this deeply in my head, because the more I look at the lottery and the more that I look at the odds, the more I feel like the Kings are the lottery gods are working against us. So there's two options. One, if we get the number 1 pick, I shave my beautiful, lustrous head. Or if the Kings get the number 1 pick, I get the family tattoo.
Wait, what? I think if the Kings get the first pick, you should do the Ron Artest Kings in the hair. Because that doesn't last forever, and it could be an awesome moment, and then you could just shave it off and start over.
That is true.
Because you always have your hair short in the summer anyways.
That is true.
That would be really cool to do.
That is true.
Or, because like obviously a tattoo lasts forever, and that's...
I don't know. Or like get a henna or something like that.
Okay,
like
henna.
would
I'll do henna today. I'll do henna.
Henna, like a family henna would kind of...
Yeah, I would literally do that for... as a non-permanent tattoo, I would do that any day.
For a henna, that would be great.
If we get the number 1 pick?
Oh, dude, yeah. For sure.
Wait, so what are the stipulations again? Explain it.
Like...
So if we get the first pick...
Shave the...
RT will get the Ron Artest
shave.
shaved logo in the head. I'll do the henna family tattoo. Johnny, you will do...
What do you want?
Yeah, I hope it like lasts for like a month too. Imagine just family and I could just walk around like this. I'd be like, we did it, everyone. We got the first pick.
God, I hope.
How about... Okay, it has to be like King's theme, obviously. Johnny would have to...
Oh, what if Johnny got like the Scott Paul or like the Hito Turkoglu frosted tips?
I'm not dying.
Johnny with the frosted tips would be hilarious.
Like the Hito Turkoglu frosted tips or like a Scott Pollard hair. Like one of the two. It has to be one of those two. I think it would be funny.
I could do the frosted tips.
Would you do some tips for...
I could bleach it.
Or maybe like a D-Shro, like a little purple.
Yours is henna. Yours is henna. Dye is gonna last.
That would last
longer.
for the same amount of time, right?
Yeah, it lasts for like a month and a half. You'll be good.
I'll do a henna tattoo too.
We'll both do family.
We'll both do family.
Oh, how about this? We all do family. We all do family. Let's all do family.
And then after August, I'll do the Kings. I'll do the Kings in the back if we get the first round pick.
Or the number 1 pick.
That's what I mean. Yeah, number 1. All right. Well, 16 in a row. We play Memphis on Monday.
Might be the chance to break the streak. We'll see.
It might be. It might be.
I don't know. We'll see.
Do you guys honestly want the streak to end? I kind of like this.
No, I like this little cushion. We gotta check the standings.
I kind of like, obviously, like,
the Pelicans won. The Pelicans won today.
I know. We have a 4-game cushion right now in the loss column
for the West, which is crazy.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
We have a 4-game loss.
We're 3 games ahead of the Pacers right now. So
3 in the win column,
cool.
4 in the loss column. So
cool.
Yeah, I like it.
I honestly, this someone made a comment on one of our videos saying like, "Oh, if we get to 22, you know a song to do." And I'm like, I would love to make that come true.
Hey.
And then at 23, we could do some Miley Cyrus. I mean, it could go on.
What was the Pistons record?
27. 28? Oh,
28.
Wow.
Oh,
that's
we have a long ways to go. We got another 2.5 weeks to get.
21 would be good too.
Yeah. You see who got likes on our Instagram comments? You know who got the comments going and who liked? A lot of people liked their comment. Shivani.
I saw that.
Yeah, she's a Swiftie.
I didn't know she was big into the Swift.
She's a Swiftie, yeah.
All right, well, Shivani, stay tuned for the 22nd loss in a row.
Oh.
Shivani, stay tuned.
Stay tuned,
You're gonna
Shivani.
like what you're gonna see.
We just lost 22. That could be a banger. That could be a banger for sure. But people aren't ready for the Marvin's Room. It was bound to happen. Marvin's Room. Marvin Bagley's
been in the works.
Room.
The Marvin's Room's been in the works. We've just been waiting.
We've been floating that song around for a long time. It was bound to happen. And
yeah,
I think the lyrics do the song justice.
Yeah, I can definitely see that good old hole right in Marvin Bagley's chin hair. So
that was a solid punch.
That was a solid punch.
Marvin Bagley. Oh man.
You want to give it? You want to hand Marvin to me?
You're gonna hit him one more time?
No.
Oh, CPR?
Yeah. What?
Can you kiss him? Kiss him on the camera. Kiss him for the camera.
Hey, Marvin Bagley, I just want to say, shout out to you for having more offensive rebounds than Anthony Davis in his entire Mavericks tenure. Shout out to you. Shout out to proving all the haters wrong. Come here, buddy.
That was a long.
That was really long.
That was a long
really
one.
Nice.
Family. This is family. Family.
Coach Bagley. That's the real Coach Bagley right there.
Yeah, family.
Alrighty.
We'll see you tomorrow.